Hello, everybody. Welcome to another GC Youth Aftershow with me, Mwenya Mpundu. I'm excited because this was day 5 of GC session, and what a day it has been. Have you been watching? Have you been keeping up with everything? Let us know in the comments. Where are you joining us from? Have you been keeping up? What has been something surprising you've watched or something new you've learned? Let us know down in the comments. We want to hear from you and see what has been going on. What has been your reactions about the day's happenings? Really quickly, we will read over the different elections that happened today. The associate secretaries were picked today. The elections were brought up for Hensley Maruvan as the undersecretary. Then we have who was the incumbent. Then we have the incumbent Albert Kuhn, Gary Kraus, Karen J. Porter, and Alexandra Oat, Grayson Santos. Apologies, Alexandra Oat is newly coming, and so is Salome Kwasi Sasau. Then we have the elected division presidents. We have for ECD, Blasius Raguri, for ESD, Mikhail Kaminsky, for IAD, Abner De Los Santos, for EUD, Berner Magurosi, for NAD, G. Alexandra Bryant, NSD, Soon Gi Gong, SAD, Stanley Akor, SPD, Glenn Townsend, SID, Harrington Akomboa, SUD, John Victor Chinta, SSD, Roger Kaderma, TED, Daniel Duda, and WAD, Basi Udo. So those were the different elections that happened today, nominated by the NOMCOM and then brought to the floor, and all of those passed. So those are your new elected leaders. Once again, if you're joining us just now, we want to hear from you, want to see where you're joining us from. Tell us down below, where are you joining us from? What have you been surprised by today? Or what is something new you learned? But I am not alone today. I have a special guest with me, a young lady coming from where?
Hello, everyone. My name is Oratile, and I am coming from the East Coast in Canada.
Canada, representing NAD
Yes,
and
SDACC.
okay, fun. So what are you doing here at session?
I am a delegate here.
Are you a church worker? Do you work for the church?
No, I'm not a church worker, but I am an AY leader in my church.
Okay, I love that. I asked that specific because I think it's so important to know, are all our delegates only church workers, or are there some lay people, some regular folk that are interested of participating in church business and also making sure that there's balance in what's happening here. So what has been your experience so far at session?
Honestly, it's been really, really good so far. It's a lot of different types of people coming from all over the world, which is so beautiful to see. But it's been so interesting being able to sit into the sessions and listen to people and hear everybody's thoughts and opinions on like the new road or path that the SDA Church of the World is going to go through. And I'm just learning a lot, so I'm happy to be here.
What's something new you've learned or something you didn't expect to hear at session spoken about? Is there anything?
I think we're learning every single day, honestly. I'm learning a lot with like the parliamentarians and like their language and how the rules of order and the church manual. I feel like I've never really gone into depths with the church manual of our church. And this place requires me to actually like go through it, and I learned so much more about our church that way.
Yes, go through it so much that you look for the commas,
Heavy,
the words,
heavy,
to make sure.
heavy. Yeah.
So, what has happened on the floor today that intrigued you, maybe, or something you're like, was there, or something you just remember from today's proceedings? I know today was church manual,
It was.
so that's technical.
It was.
And a lot. So,
It was.
Anything?
We talked a lot about memberships. We talked a
Mhm.
lot about offerings and tithes. It was just kind of funny to see like everyone's different opinions on who should decide to come into the church
Mm.
membership. I'm obviously all about evangelism and just bringing as many people as we can into the church and just learning more about Jesus. But that was probably like the most interesting part for me was like the membership rules of order type of vibe.
I love that. And have you been able to maybe interact with other young delegates that are here?
Do you know what?
Mm.
Actually, yeah. And it actually took me by surprise. I was walking down from my hotel and two girls were coming the other way. And
Mhm.
they stopped me and said, "Are you a delegate?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a delegate." They're like, "We're delegates too. And we've not been able to find anybody like our age." I was like, "Hi, my name is." And they're like, "Oh, my name is." And we connected on social media. And I think that's just like the beauty of these type of sessions where we get to meet
Mhm.
different people from all over the world and people that are like us and like we can relate with them. And then we can talk about like the issues that we have going on in our churches and our conferences as well.
Yes, because I think something you mentioned earlier was realizing that the church is so big, so vast. When you
Huge.
come from a local place and then you're seeing that only 2 or 3 people from each
Yeah,
conference were picked.
yeah.
Now, if everybody
I'm
from every
saying,
church
like, what? There's
showed
like
up,
100,000 people here, or like,
there's like, I think there's over 2,000 delegates.
like, and that's actually insane to me. Seeing, like, I'm a super outgoing person and I
Mhm.
love people, but I actually get overwhelmed here with the amount of people that are here, and it
Mhm.
just like mind boggles me on how big our SDA church really truly is. And it's honestly such a beautiful sight to see all the different cultures coming together and the different languages.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love that too. And I can't wait till Sabbath. Did you bring
Right.
culture wear? I'm
No,
putting
I
you on the spot right
didn't.
now.
I didn't. Nobody told me
Oh,
to.
but at least you get to appreciate and see
Exactly.
everybody from the
Exactly.
different countries
Exactly.
putting on their culture
Yeah.
dress, even though you see it all week.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday they had the NSD report. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're here for. They were
No.
so pretty. They had fans. They were
Mm-hmm.
doing the things.
Mm-hmm.
But it has just been great seeing the diversity of our church,
Yeah.
and how unified we can be on topics,
Yeah.
even though we have differences and maybe
Mm-hmm.
sometimes there are things that we're not doing the same way.
Yeah.
This is the moment where we agree at least on the major principles
Yeah.
of what we'll do as a church and
Exactly.
as a body.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, any other thoughts on session that you'd like to share?
I just think that if you are a youth,
Mm.
even if you're not a delegate, I think that it's so important that you still pay attention and still watch what's going on and be informed. Just because at the end of the day, we're also taking this to our local churches, and we are the change of our church. You
Yeah.
know, our new president literally said that he wants to see more youth at work, and I
Mhm.
just think that this is literally the time to do that. So I'm so excited to even be able to take all the things that I'm learning, not just in the sessions but outside the sessions, and to take them home to my home church and be like, hey, and time to go, time
We
to
gotta do
go,
that.
time to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
So yeah,
Because that's the only way Jesus comes back. If we keep sharing
exactly,
the message, preaching it to
exactly,
everybody.
exactly.
I love that. And I
Yeah.
love that you're here participating. You accepted the call. You showed
Yes,
up and you're
yes,
showing up every day,
yes,
even though
child.
some things may
In
be
this
challenging
heat,
to.
in this
to
heat. Sorry. Oof.
but we're here
Yeah.
and we're trying.
Mm.
And that's what we ask for. And we're
Exactly.
appreciative of all that you're doing.
Thank you.
But what are we about to do soon? Do you know? When we go to that hotel across the street to do the thing.
We are about to do Impact.
Yes.
We're about to do Impact. It's tonight at 8 p.m. at the Marriott. If you are here at the GC, come on over, come meet all the other youths, and let's talk about how we can impact the world through Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so this week we have impact going on during the day. We have some community projects that the delegates aren't going to because they're sitting on the floor making the decisions. But the other young people that are here are going out participating in certain projects, and then in the evening, all the young people,
Yes.
delegates and non-delegates are invited to come out to worship at the Marriott. So if you're here, you're watching this, but you're not sure where the young people are, where the youth are,
That's where we
come and meet us at the Marriott Grand across the street in the Majestic Ballroom E.
Yeah.
We'll be there. There's a seat there waiting for you. So make sure you stop by and join us. Also, if you're here at session, make sure you're going on the website every day. We have heroes happening. There's a great grand prize. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you're participating in that all week so that you also may learn more about the Bible because that's what heroes is about. Finally, if you have been paying attention to today or you maybe weren't able to watch over what happened today, make sure you're checking out Adventist News Network on YouTube and the Adventist News Network website for everything that's happening here at GC Session. You don't want to miss it. Like Tila said, you want to know what's happening with your church. You want to be an active member. So make sure you're looking out, reading the things, learning more, and seeing how you can implement what's happening here in your local church. So thank you for joining me once again for the GC Youth After Show. My name is Mwenya, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 6.
Bye bye.
Bye.